You're listening to DSN Matrix Studios, the #1 network in America.
All right, what's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? This is Wally Magazine Radio, your host, Wally B. Juice Knows is actually making her way here. I know she's been posting all day that she's going to be on the show, but she's definitely coming and she'll be here soon. So, just stay tuned. She's probably going to, come through and end the show with me. But
I'll hold it down for you, Jules. Don't worry about it.
I know you will, man. Appreciate you having me on the show, man. I got my man Geo The Rican right here. So I'm definitely happy, man, to have you. How's your day going?
I mean, it's going good. It's raining outside, but that shit don't kill my vibe.
No, yeah, it just started we both live in the Bronx, so the Bronx. It wasn't even rainy. It was sunny. It was nice. Yeah, and it's just what happened?
Yeah, it's just messing up. Mother Nature, man. Mother Nature's playing CeeLo, and she's just hitting 1, 2, 3 back to back to back.
Well, you know what?
It's just raining. It's just shitty days. It's just.
Yeah, I hear you. But it didn't stop us, man. We still here. We still about to hold it down. And I gotta ask you though, straight up, where did you get the name from? Where did your name come from?
All right, Geo The Rican. First, Geo came from Geo Dude. It's funny because Pokemon is crazy right now.
Yeah.
I was in the 3rd grade and all right, because my name's Giovanni, right? People think it's Giovanni.
Oh, okay.
So to cut it short, they'll call me Geo, and the Pokemon name was Geodude. Like a rock. It was. Remember that? It was just a rock with 2 brolic arms and shit. So they called me Geodude. So Geo stuck throughout elementary school, middle school, high school, everything. And then when I was really thinking of a name, I used to remember Behind the Music, right?
Yeah. And
every time I watch Behind the Music, it doesn't matter the artist. Everybody, a friend or whatever, they're calling them by their real name. And when you grow up, it's like watching wrestling. You think it's real. So if whoever was up there, if it was Stevie Wonder, but his real name is Julius, and everyone's like, hey, Julius was a great.
Yeah, they're gonna go by.
Who the fuck they talking about? So I was like, I wanted a name where even people who know me for years, they're gonna call me by Geo.
Yeah.
And everybody knows a Geo, but there's only the Rican. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got because I know a fat Geo, I know Italian Geo, a Spanish Geo. Exactly, yeah. So I had to separate Geo The Rican. It was gonna be Geo from the Bronx because it's either I'm repping the Bronx or I'm repping PR. So it was. I just stuck with Geo The Rican. Man.
All right, man. And you know what? It's a name too that you can't forget. Yeah, your name is catchy. It's Geo The Rican. It's real catchy. So let them know what you do. What you do for a living.
Yeah, I'm an engineer by trade. I'm a producer just out of the love of it. I started making beats when I was 14. Back when it was Fruity Loops 3. This is I just had a computer. DSL was beginning to be a thing, so we had that fast internet. That's probably slow now, and I started making beats 14 because I was rapping from the 5th to the 8th grade.
Yeah.
But I just hated how I sounded when I recorded myself. I used to take the 2 speakers from the computer and I used to plug one into the microphone plug and the other speaker in the speaker plug. Because speakers and microphones is the same thing. Just depends on the connection that you're using. So I'd have one speaker and rap into it and have the other speaker behind me and just rapping, making freestyles or whatever. And I just hated how I sounded when I rapped. So the next best thing, I was like, okay, well, what do rappers need? They need beats. So it was me and my boy John. We started making beats from the ending of 8th grade all through high school. We called ourselves Hot Fire Monkey Butts. It was just a funny name. But, we was a shit in high school. We dropped a beat tape before beat tapes were a thing. And it was real dope. And then when it came to engineering, I came to that point kind of sort of when I stopped rapping, okay, well, everybody raps now, everybody makes beats now. Who's the next person that they need to make it happen? That was the engineer. They need somebody to record the music. And growing up, I always heard of the Institute of Audio Research, whether it be Hot 97, Power 105, they always did commercials for it. So when I was 21, 22, I said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. Just so I could get my foot in the door to play my beats. But I ended up being a very good engineer.
Yeah.
And after that, I just started working and just kept grinding, getting the knowledge that I have today.
So, I'm still learning the music industry. So those who don't know, is it really too much of a difference between an engineer and a producer? Is it overall the same thing?
I like to break it down to one's creative and one's technical.
Okay.
The engineer is kind of is from a technical standpoint, making sure that when he's recording you, he or she's getting the best possible take or the best capture of audio that it is. And I feel like producers are more creative. We're gonna, we're gonna fuck shit up. We're gonna try different routes. We're gonna do different things. Now, the engineer could get creative when it comes to like pop music and like rock and roll, especially. The engineer kind of is the producer, because like they're the ones that's saying, hey, this guitar part should come out, or they're gonna add an effect to the guitar that's completely different from the one that they recorded.
All right.
So they have, more of that creative and technical role. So I think there is a difference. Like, for me, being both, when I open up Pro Tools to record, my mind can't separate the two. I'm an engineer at that point. I can't, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get good vocals, get good takes, do what I gotta do. But when I open up Reason or Logic and these production softwares, I'm in full Geo The Rican, producer mode.
I understand. Now you actually work with some heavy hitters in the game. You want to name a few and what experience was like?
Yeah, it was. I've worked with Ja Rule, worked with Mano, Uncle Murda, Vado, Iman Shumpert before he was a champion. You know what I'm saying? When he was in the Knicks. Funny story about that, man. It's like we're in the studio, and I'm in the lounge. Everybody else is like just they're just right into a beat that's playing on loop, and I'm in the lounge eating my food, and Iman is just right there chilling with a throwback Bulls jersey on, not even Jordan. It was Tony Kukoc's jersey, with a Chicago Bulls jersey in New York, watching a Chicago Bulls playoff game, just rooting for the Bulls. Like that was like a most surreal. Like this nigga's a Knick. So, but nah, like those are like the big names that I worked with. Either I mixed a record and recorded it, or one or the other. You know, because like, all of them fall into the category of experience. Like I've recorded Vado a couple of times. I've never mixed any of his records, but I've worked with him. Me and him worked together. So that's, a win is a win. But all of these experiences are like phenomenal because it's different. Like as a producer, you're working with them, but like the engineer is such a fly in the room that you hear conversations that maybe I shouldn't have never heard. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I cherish every experience, and of course, all like local rappers and stuff like that, like independent rappers that really about their grind and stuff too. I don't discriminate. The big ones gave me that credibility. Yeah. But I feel like I could treat any artist that's in front of me like they've sold 10 million records. Yeah.
Yeah. You work with them the same way. You give your all, your 100%. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was it like working with Uncle Murda? I mean, did
Uncle Murda, I thought, he had came in because it was a feature on a Vado record. And, somebody had told me, like, yo, Murda's downstairs. Because he had a studio next door. And in the building next door, I was on 30th between 7th and 8th. And he had a studio in the building next to it. So he would, like, come in every once in a while. But this was my first time actually recording him. And I was, with a guy named Uncle Murda, you kind of going to be like, oh, this is going to be some shit that's going to
it's going to,
But he's dope. He's funny. He's cool, calm, and collective. Same thing with Mano. I thought Mano was going to be like a pain in the ass. Yeah. And he was the most respectful client I've ever worked with. Remember my name during the session. He didn't just like tell me to push faders and press buttons. He really
he showed you love.
Appreciate what I was doing. And that was dope. I actually recorded one song that didn't get put out, but the other song I recorded was his diss track to Trinidad James. All right. And that was funny seeing him. And it's like a lot of these rappers don't write neither. Mano and Uncle Murda, Mano just freestyled it. But Uncle Murda just freestyled it. Mano was like, he'll come up with like 4 or 6 bars, come in the room like, all right, Gio, bring it back, loop it. Yeah. And then he'll like, all right, he'll go in, lay 4 more, and just do that process till he had, this whole thing. And I remember that track that we did, he went in, he did like 32 bars. So that was like 4 ins and outs that he kind of did from going to the room, coming back out, listening to it and loop it. So just dope experience.
So being around them, I'm pretty sure, does it still make you feel like you want to rhyme? Like you still want to rap? Like, oh, you just gave up on
not
it.
really.
Like, no, my voice.
Like, not really. It's when the artist is dope, you kind of appreciate being the one that gets to listen to it first.
All right. Gotcha.
Like literally, you're the first person to listen to it because they're speaking in the mic and you're hearing it as is. So, nah, I'm good, man. I'm not. I mean, I'll come up with hooks and shit. Like being a producer and trying to get these placements. Most of the time, they want a song with a hook on it.
Right.
So I'll write a hook here and there, but I ain't writing no 12s, no 16s, no 30. Nah, I'm straight.
Now you actually joined I Standing Producer. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, man. I Stand the Producers is a community and network for producers by producers. Shout out to Jay Hatch. Shout out to Thrill Collins. They're the co-founders of the company. Shout out to Mr. Jones. We actually graduated IER together, and he started working with them for like a year and some change, and then he put me on. And we basically do 70 plus showcases a year to 30 plus cities. We offer placement opportunities, memberships, platforms to sell your music. And basically what I do for them, I'm part of their social media team. So I run their Instagram in the afternoons during the week, and I'm in charge of their Facebook too.
All right. Now, actually, when reading your bio, I actually believe I seen that you helped grow them in a way too. Was that company?
Like they had, I came in during their 10th year. This is their 11th year.
All right.
And social media wise, when I came into the picture, because right now it's like a 6-7 man team, but when I came into the picture, it was just 4 of us.
Okay.
And only 3 of us were posting. Like Mr. Jones would manage it and tell us how to run it. And then 3 of us who had the amazing SB, shout out to him. He runs the morning, I run the afternoon, and my man KB, shout out to KB. He runs the nighttime. So when I came in June of last year, we were barely at 9,000 followers. And right now, a little bit over a year, we're at 47,000 followers right now.
And work.
Hell yeah, it's dope. I mean, like seriously, like the memes that we've made when we see them in rotation.
Yeah.
It's fucking nuts for real. Like, so like now, like you'll see us, we'll put our names in the memes just to see. So even if you repost it, you can't take it out unless you're really gonna like black that shit out.
Right.
So like when Timbaland reposted my meme, I fucking lost my shit. And he recently reposted one of SB's memes too.
Yeah.
So just to have that impact and really feel part of the producer community instead of just a producer in a producer community.
Yeah.
That's dope. And like we're very proud of the work that we've done. Once we hit 50, we probably gonna do a fucking all-out party.
What is the ultimate goal for the company? Like where are the organization trying to go?
Just just to really help young aspiring producers, veteran producers, struggling producers, successful producers, and just have them be a part of the movement. I always say I stand as the team, Beat Life is the movement, because we're trying to break barriers between that whole bedroom producer thing. Like that shit don't make no sense, bro. Like there's people who I know from the Bronx even who've got Grammys off these bedroom beats. So don't everybody likes to create these invisible ceilings for themselves, whether I'm a bedroom producer, I got kids, I got a day job.
Yeah.
Like, I stand it is like really just showing you, like, I'll repost somebody who only has 100 followers. If the beat is dope, the beat is dope. Like, we're really trying to put a spotlight on the producers, and I feel like, especially in this time, it's never been brighter. Where, like, people like myself or people like Amadeus, people like, up-and-coming producers can have a face and a name in social media just from their character. You want to know the producer's character more than just their beats now. Yeah. Like, people give a shit. And I feel like I stand to doing this for 11 years, really putting producers in the forefront. I think that's just amazing in the work that they do, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
I mean, it sounds like a good thing, man. Definitely about, I believe in helping people. That's where I'm at right now. And, like you said, it doesn't matter if you just had 100 followers. If you're doing something right, you're working hard, then I'm reaching out to you or reach out to me. I'm not going to turn you away, right? You actually work with a few local artists too, right? Joe Smizzy, you want to name?
Yeah. Shout out to Joe Smizzy.
Shout out, man. What's up?
Shout out to Hot Waters. Hot Waters is very important to me because while I was going to IER, when you go into a school for a profession, it's good if you come home and you have a similar setup so you can learn, so you could practice what they're preaching, basically. And in the middle of that, I met Hot Waters, and he just bought a fresh iMac Pro Tools. He just bought a Digio 3 for all my gear. Has a Digio 3 board, not even just a rack. And he didn't know what the fuck to do with that shit. And we just met out of pure chance. And I just started, I went to school at night from 6:30 to 10. And every time I'd take the train to the Bronx and I'd be like, yo, let's record something. I got to do something. I got to practice. And I remember I recorded J Hood one time. This was maybe like 3 months of me just starting to record. And I remember the second time I recorded him, he brought his boys with him and he was laying a verse. And it was a dope fucking verse. But, he like messed up a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
So his boys like, ooh, that's fire. So I say, yo, that was dope. Do it one more time. And his boys are looking at me crazy. Like, yo, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, that shit was fire. And I was like, nah, I felt like that was the first time of seeing the control of what an engineer has.
Yeah.
And that was, and that's all thanks to Hot Waters giving me, for just blindly buying $10,000 worth of equipment, not knowing how to use it, and meeting me. That's what prepared me. All these hood sessions or whatever you want to call it prepared me for the Manos and the Ja Rules. Because now I could be in the same room with any of these niggas, whoever. And that's actually one of my engineer etiquettes, like knowing how to run a session. You got to know how to be in a room with a 16-year-old kid who's just starting out to a 26-year-old gangbanger that just might rob you after the session's done, to a 35-year-old gospel singer. You got to know how to run each and every session and in between. And I really thank Hot Waters for that. And Joe Smizzy is another artist of mine. That's actually his nephew. Those are the two local artists that I really rock with, and that's really part of my team.
All right, man. And you actually did a project with him also, right?
Yeah. Watermark, Hot Waters, Geo The Rican Watermark. It's on iTunes. It's on all digital platforms. Tidal, Google. I could name 100 of them, but just search it. It'll find up. That was a 10-song project with me and him. I did all the production, mix and master the whole project. Very proud of that. That I think is his third mix. That's his third project. His project before Fourth Quarter Water, I mix and mastered the whole project. I had 3 beats on there. And then Joe Smizzy, we got a single out, Side Chick, on iTunes, all platforms as well. Shout out to Adventures Music, digital distribution platform. And yeah, man, that's that's what I got going on. And hopefully, these placements and more projects just keep coming my way.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to talk to you a little more, all right?
Yeah.
This is YB Magazine Radio.
Hey, it's your favorite Aussie, Melly Mel. You're listening to DSN The Matrix Studios, the #1 network in America.
All right, what's up, y'all? This is YB Magazine Radio. We back. And just in case you guys don't know, make sure you go to www.ybmag.com. We got our July-August issue on right now. I'm still sitting here with my main man, Geo The Rican, man. He's telling us about the game, so I'm real happy right now, man. What's up, man? How you
chilling,
doing?
man. I'm chilling, man. Feeling good, man. Feeling good on a rainy day.
All right, so you have any upcoming projects you're working on right now?
Well, man, always working, engineer, producer. I mean, engineers don't sleep, and if you're a producer too, I mean, God, God help you. What's sleep?
I don't even know that word, man.
I close my eyes for an extended period of time, but I don't call it sleep. Now, I got Watermark. Me and Hot Waters. Check that out. Joe Smizzy. We about to drop Whoa Baby. That's our second single. We dropped Side Chick on like 2 months ago. And I mean, aside from that, man, I just do my engineer etiquettes, man, every day on IG, man. You could catch that out.
All right, and who's actually your man right here sitting next to us? You want to introduce you?
This is my man Sonny Bluno, man. Talk to him.
What's going on? My name's Sonny Bluno, Bronx representative, aspiring engineer, producer as well, and I basically hit my man Geo The Rican up for classes on Pro Tools. I mean, I'm a IAR graduate from 2014, but to be honest, you just forget shit sometimes. Like life gets in the way. Whatever the case is, you wind up. If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
So I got to a point where I didn't want to lose it, and through my man, the amazing SB, he introduced me to Geo one night at a producer showcase, and I pretty much hit him up like, listen, I need help with Pro Tools and just engineering in general. And man, listen, I guarantee, I'm not the smartest dude in the world, man, but I guarantee anybody having any issues with audio engineering or their Pro Tools, or even if it's not just Pro Tools, just any DAWs, man, like this man right here is truly gifted when it comes to audio. I see him once a week. I've been coming to him for almost 2 months now, and
yeah, we just finished like our 8th lesson.
Yeah, Wednesday. We just finished like our 8th session, and he's a great teacher, man. Definitely patient and definitely knows what he's talking about. So I highly recommend anybody just hit the man up, Geo The Rican, and he's from the Bronx, so it don't get any better than that.
I hear that, man. I appreciate that. And actually, on that note, how do they reach out to you? What's your social media information?
No, but they could always reach me at Geo The Rican on everything. If you want the Facebook, it's Giovanni Oyola. Just have fun trying to spell that. But yeah, man, it's like just like what Sonny said, and it was his idea. Like I never thought about like tutor. I thought about teaching, but never like on a one-on-one kind of basis. And then like that's what kind of, like for those that really don't have the time out of the week, they could always catch me on Instagram. Almost every day I do engineer etiquettes, and what that is, it's a do's and don'ts for young aspiring producers or even veterans that want to learn a new trick or two. Yeah. And I just did my 50th one last week. I just did one today, so that's 50. I'm up to 55. Thank you very much. And through that, I've received a lot of love from all over. So shout out to my boy from South Africa, a couple guys from Vegas, a couple guys from the Carolinas that hit me up, and just ask me questions. Because what I do, I'm not stating opinion. It's more experienced fact. You know what I'm saying? Like my first one was know how to run a session. I've done ones on using auxiliary tracks and buses to know even all the way down to just respecting yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Today, what I did today. Oh yeah, today was the engineer etiquette I did today was working under a microscope. What that means is as engineers, we're not always going to be the only one in the room. We're going to have the clique, the entourage, the producers. You're going to have a team behind you staring at your every move, looking over your shoulder, and some people can't handle that. Yeah. It's an acquired, it's a lot of shit that you have to say, I've been doing this for years. I have the confidence, I have the skills. They have to trust me, and I'm pretty sure they'll love me for it at the end.
So question though, like, so I heard you mentioning that you teaching about the session. Like, what's the craziest thing that can happen in the session? What do they really need to be prepared for?
Craziest thing, of course, is that you could get robbed. Something violent happens. Of course,
Wow, you over there trying to make music and you got worried about getting robbed.
Yeah, you got worried about getting robbed. Because a lot of these people, they have enough money just to book a session, but they see it as, okay, we need enough money for them to open the door for us and let us in. Second most dangerous thing is that they steal equipment. You know what I'm saying? Like a Neumann U87 is about $3,500, $4,000 easy. Yeah. Even used and refurbished is like $32. And when I was working in the city at another studio, I was working between studios. There was this one guy that was just hitting up studios left and right, stealing Neumann U87s or AKG C414. That's about $2,500, $1,400 right there used. So that's also that can happen, but it could just end bad. But I think the best thing that can happen is that you meet somebody who you enjoy working with. Yeah. When an engineer and an artist reach a certain level where like you don't have to ask if they're ready, you can just look at them and press record. That's that synergy that's like the best thing that can happen.
Yeah. All right, man. Anything else that you want to bring up? Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, I just want to,
give a shout out to anyone.
Shout out to my family. You know what I'm saying, man? My girl Kim, my daughter Penelope, my son Josiah, my mom. Shout out to Sonny Blue Note. He's a great guy, learning fast. Like I said, anybody that wants to hit me up, I'm at Geo The Rican. And that's about it, man. Wepa. Shout out to
Hit that man up.
Shout out to I Standard Producers, man. That's important. Shout out to I Standard Producers. Shout out to my man, Mr. Jones, for putting me on. Shout out to Hot Waters. Shout out to Joe Smizzy. And shout out to the Matrix Studio in the Bronx, man. It's always, it always will, always has been BX all day, man. That's
All right, yeah, that.
BX,
And my
stand
man,
up.
give your love, show your love too. What's your social media information?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm Sunny Blue Note. That's on IG, Sunny _blue _note.
There's a
Facebook.
0 in the Sunny, too.
Oh yeah, that's true. Damn, you see, and my man Geo got me. He got me. He got me.
You looking out?
Yeah, yeah.
And Facebook, Lee Anthony Massey, Sunny Blue Note somewhere in there. I'm not sure. I don't really do the Snapchat thing, not yet.
Nah, nah,
you know, it is what it
yeah.
is. My man over there don't really mess with me for that. He don't fuck with me with that. All right.
Soon it's coming, yo. It's coming.
And yeah, man, BX all
Snapchat.
day, and
BX all day,
hip hop music forever, man.
All right, man. I appreciate having you.
Shout out to YV Mag, man.
Yeah, thank
YV
you.
Mag, YV Radio, YV,
Shine, man.
YV everything,
We
man.
trying to take over this world, man. Trying to.
Yeah,
Ain't
you
gonna
doing
do
it,
but I
man.
appreciate you coming
Appreciate
through
you,
on
too,
my
for having me,
first
man.
live show, my official first live
one.
show.
And he
live
came
from
to the Bronx
Matrix
to do it, man.
Studios. Yeah, man, the BX. So you know how it goes. And with this show is every Saturday from 5 to 6. So you can expect that we'll be here. Unfortunately, Jews Nobles couldn't come here and make this
I held
show.
it down
but
for you, Jews. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, my man held it down. She will be here next week. So I'm definitely looking forward to holding it down with her. And make sure you go to www.ybmag.com. Check out our latest issue. And we're on Instagram. We're at YBMag Radio, at YBMag, at YBMag Photography, and at YBMag Hip Hop. We also got a hip hop website, so you know definitely we can link up like that too. Our hip hop website is
Definitely.
www.yremaghiphop.com. So make sure you guys check it out for the latest videos and the latest hip hop news. All right, thank you. Appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. Have a good day.
Hey, it's your
Thank you.
favorite Aussie,
DSN.
Melly Mel. You're listening to DSN The Matrix Studios, the number